Yes, and welcome back to the 94 Club for your daily dose of country music. Hey, look, this week I'm super excited to get back into the music for so many different reasons. We've just hit 3,000 subscribers on the channel. I feel so blessed. So thank you to every single one of you subscribed. Everyone that watches the videos, I appreciate all of you. I really do. Anyway, this week we've got more Home Free, more Chris Stapleton, more Tyler Childers, more Colt Wetzel, more Cody Johnson, Steve Earle and Brent Cobb, which are two new artists to the channel. If you want to see a new artist, please drop them in the comments. I will get to them at some point, I am sure. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up. Hit that subscribe button. You will join the community right here. Be part of the 94 Club. We would love to have you. And hit that notification bell. And you will stay up to date with all the latest videos. Anyway, let's get it. Right, so we're going with Brent Cobb, Traveling Poor Boy. I've never heard Brent Cobb before. I've had a look. He doesn't have too many views. So yeah, let's. We're not compared to some of the other artists I listen to anyway. So I'm excited to hear it. A few of you wanted to hear it on the channel, so I appreciate you for that. Let's go.
Yes. Does anybody have any requests from the record? Talina?
Traveling Poor Boy.
Yeah. I was gonna play that one. This is I wrote this song. I started this song right about the time that I didn't know what I was gonna do with the rest of my life. When I left the road, and I, except focus on writing and learn how to be a daddy. And but I kind of didn't know where the rest of the future was heading there for a second. And so I wrote my "Damn This Town I'm Leaving" song. And, it's called Traveling Poor Boy. It took me about a year to write the second verse to this song, but the first one came out real quick. Everything came out at one time, and then the second verse, I guess I had not lived enough or something at the time, but the second verse came out a year later at 2 o'clock in the morning. I got a hair stuck in my mouth. I probably need a haircut. I hadn't cut my hair since my baby was born. All right, here we go. Traveling Poor Boy.
I really quite like that little story just before then. I was about to click on a different version, but I'm super glad I'm watching this one. It was interesting that he was like, this is my "Damn This Town I'm Leaving" song. And I think probably more so as a musician, you get this uncertainty over what your career is going to be. But yeah, Brent Cobb, I thought he was nervous, and then he kind of disclosed that he was trying to get a hair out of his mouth. Anyway, let's go.
Old man moon shining in my rear view. I'm leaving that Tennessee town. You're all I had to talk to. Don't know where my dog ran off to, but he's gone and has been for a while now. Hey, do you want the record version, or you want the way I wrote it was different than the way we recorded it?
Play the new way then.
Hold on, this is the, all right, so that's the recorded version, right? This is the version this is the way I originally wrote it. It's the songwriter version. Old man moon shining in my rear view. I'm leaving that Tennessee town.
I think I prefer this songwriter version, to be honest.
You're all I had to talk to. Don't know where my dog ran off to, but he's gone and has been for a while now. Where I'm bound, well, I haven't figured it out. I'm sure I'll find my usual wrong way. The cost to leave ain't cheap. I don't need no eat or sleep. Even if I did, I lost my job, so I don't got much pay. But it's okay, 'cause any more would burn a hole in my pocket. Lord, I can't afford to be a poor boy broke. Beside this pair of jeans is already Freddy tearing at the seams. The last thing that I need is a pants leg full of smoke. I'm gonna ride until my ride quits riding. Then I'm gonna walk until my boots walk off. Yes, sir, I'll be a sight when I get where they're looking mean and black. But tonight I'm feeling free and friendly, barely scraping change, waving goodbye. Say, old man moon, I hear that you get blue too. It must be lonesome way up in the sky. Stars seem mighty proud. If I were you, I'd hate a cloud. All they ever do is hang around and cry. Yes, it ain't a shame to be rolling like a slow train, or going like only you do. I'll tell you what, now I'll keep right on track. If you keep shining bright like that, I bet before we know it, this journey will be through. The hard times too, man, anymore would burn a hole in my pocket. Lord, I can't.
And take it back just a little bit. I really like this song. I think he's brilliant. I'm surprised I've not heard him before. I think I'm definitely going to be listening to more of Brent Cobb's music. That is a fact. This is brilliant. We'll do lyrics at the end, obviously, so please do stick around for that. But let's play this out.
The hard times too, man, anymore would burn a hole in my pocket. Lord, I can't afford to be a poor boy broke. Sad, this pair of jeans is already Freddy tearing at the seams. The last thing that I need is a pants leg full of smoke. I'm gonna ride until my ride quits riding. Then I'm gonna walk until my boots walk off. Yes, sir, I'll be a sight when I get where they're looking mean and light. But tonight I'm feeling free and friendly, barely scraping change, waving goodbye. Waving goodbye. Waving goodbye.
Yeah, I thoroughly enjoyed that. The man knows how to write a song and write a melody. I think that's fairly clear. He's got a beautiful voice as well. Yeah, I'm just a fan. I am a big fan. Anyway, let's do lyrics. Let's see what we think. As I say, I preferred the second version. I felt it was a bit more storytelling. So writing, if that's how he wrote it from a songwriter's perspective, I understand that, because it kind of flowed a little better. It didn't feel so generic almost when he's kind of like, when he was strumming to start with it. Yeah, but the songwriter version that he said, that's how he wrote the song to it, without, I guess, other people's input maybe. I preferred that. Old man in the moon shining in my rear view, leaving that Tennessee town. You're all I have to talk to. Don't know where my dog ran off to, but he's gone and has been for a while now. So the only kind of thing he had a connection to is left. So he's like, why am I staying? I may as well leave as well. And that's kind of where he's got to. Where I'm bound, well, I haven't figured it out. I'm sure I'll find my usual old wrong way. The cost to leave ain't cheap. I don't need no eat or sleep, but if I did, I lost my job, so I don't got much pay, but it's okay. He's just saying, yeah, the cost of me leaving town isn't cheap. Like, you know, I've got a home here. For me to up and leave, it's quite an expensive process, and he's leaving his job. But also, I guess you're living life as a musician. You can demonstrate that talent wherever you go, and you can earn that money on the road. I think if your skills are allied to something in a particular area, then leaving is probably a bit more difficult. But yeah, it's a good song. Because any more would burn a hole in my pocket. Lord, I can't afford to be a poor boy broke. Besides, this pair of jeans is already threaded, tearing at the seams. So he's kind of saying here that, yeah, he's already going sort of hand to mouth. He's obviously not materialistic, but he's struggling to earn money to afford clothes at this point. The last that I need is a pant leg full of smoke. Gonna ride until my ride quits riding. These are quite nice lines. Then I'm gonna walk until my boots walk off. And he's basically saying I'm gonna walk and I'm gonna travel until my horse can't move anymore, and also until my boots are all worn and torn because I've been walking too much. Yes, I'll be a sight when I get where them looking mean and lying, but tonight I'm feeling free and friendly, barely scraping change, waving goodbye. Yeah, so the people he's leaving behind, well, they're looking mean and lying, like they've not been nice to him and they've always lied to him, which is actually why he's leaving and why he didn't feel like he wanted to stay in the first place. And barely scraping change, waving goodbye. And that barely scraping change, I don't know whether that's like a financial thing, like I'm barely getting the money together, but barely scraping change is in like I want to change the situation that I'm in, and that's barely affordable, so I'm barely able to change that. I'm not too sure. It could be. I think I'm going to take that as a double meaning, and it's a really nice double meaning at that. And obviously he was saying like that first verse was quite easy for him to write because he was in a situation where he was a bit fed up of the place he was in. And then we get to this second verse that he wrote a year later. Say, old man moon, I get that you get blue too. It must be lonesome way up in the sky. The stars seem mighty proud. If I were you, I'd hate a cloud. All they ever do is hang around and cry. So yeah, it's like he's relating his situation to the moon, and he's being quite, I don't think he's like metaphoric, but it's like he's using imagery of things in the sky and comparing them to each other. So he's like, the people that always brought me down, in this instance is relating it to a cloud. He's kind of saying, well, why does the moon sit so close to the sky, and why would it like hang around with them if all they do is rain on his parade? Guess it ain't a shame to be rolling like a slow train or glowing like only you do. I tell you what, I'll keep you right on track if you keep shining bright like that. I bet before we know it, this journey will be through, and the hard times too. There's nothing in this verse that says life experience to me. What it kind of says to me is that it took quite a while for him to revisit the same creative inspiration that got him in that place, if that makes sense. Because this second verse isn't so much about hating a hometown. It's about being around people that are trying to bring you down. And I guess a year later, he's found himself in a similar situation whereby there are people that keep raining on this parade, and he just kind of wants to get out of that. But he's found inspiration to write and put it into this song. His second verse, the bit I liked was, that it ain't a shame to be rolling like a slow train, and that I'll keep you right on track. He's got a few train references in there, which is nice to keep that theme throughout. And then we're saying this journey will be through, so obviously a train journey is a commute. So we're sticking with that theme throughout that verse, throughout that second half of that verse. But yeah, it's actually really nice. That we've also got that glowing like only you do, and if you keep shining bright like that. So we've got light references. We've obviously spoken about weather, so using like sunlight as a reference as well. I think it's quite strong. Yeah, I actually preferred the first verse, to be honest. But second verse was still nice. It doesn't feel rushed at all. Actually feels that the whole thing is well written, and there are nice references in that second verse. And then we get into that chorus again, and that scraping change. I think that's a double meaning. Yeah, I did like the song. I can't wait to listen to more of Brent Cobb's music. I'll be getting some more on the channel. I think there's another one someone requested. What was it called? keep them on their toes. I might get to that one next. So we'll see. Yeah. Anyway, I'll listen to more Brent Cobb soon. Let me know what else you want to see in the comments, and I'll catch you next week. But I appreciate it. Yeah, as always, if you liked the video, please give it a thumbs up, hit that notification bell to stay up to date with all the latest videos, and please hit that subscribe button. You'll join the 94 Club, be part of the community right here. We would love to have you, and drop a comment and let me know what you want to see and what you thought of the video. Anyway, that's me for now. Thank you. Peace.